Hi Cougars. Okay, today we're going to look at how do we evaluate expressions when we are using the operation of multiplication. So when we're using multiplication, we're going to be doing the exact same thing as we did yesterday and the day before, except our clue words are changing and our numbers will change based on our variable. So we're going to look at the terms and we're going to see what happens. So we would have something like this in example A. So example A would say something like this. The product of A and 9 when A equals 2. So first, our job is to, 1, determine the clue word. So we know right away that our clue word is product of. Product of means to multiply. Now, we do not want to use an X when we write multiplication because multiplication will, in algebra, if we use the X, it will look like a letter. So, no letter X, no multiplication sign. Also, in multiplication, in algebra, the number needs to come first. So when we write this, we're actually going to reverse this around. So it could say 9A. You could write A times 9 if you wanted to, and then you could switch it. But usually the A comes after the 9. You could also write it like this, 9 times A. Any of these expressions are correct. However, this one, let's try to stay away from because we really want the A to come on the back side. We can use the commutative property to move that A to the other side. Now, we're going to use substitution. So, step 1, write your expression. Step 2, let's use substitution to solve. So this A equals 2. We're going to throw the 2 in right here. Now watch. If I just put this like this, it looks like 92. And that is not what we have. We have 9 times 2. So you either need to keep those parentheses there, or if you're solving this problem here, you need to toss in that dreaded old dot, okay? And then you can evaluate from there. So 9 times 2, we know, equals 18. This is how we evaluate these expressions. All right. Let's do another one and see how we do on this. All right. Where's my letter B? Letter B. Okay. 5 groups of R. R. Okay. 5 groups of R. So when R equals 15. So we can write this first as clue word, groups of, right? So groups of, we know, is multiplication. So we need to multiply. Again, we know that because of the title, but in the real world, we won't know that because the title's not just going to be running around on the paper. So multiply 5 and R. So we're going to be multiplying 5 and R, or 5R. Again, you can write it however you want, just don't use an X. So 5R. We're going to throw 15 in now for the R, so that way we can evaluate. So 5 times 15 is really what this is going to say. So 5 times r is what this was. Now it's really going to be 5 times 15. So when I evaluate this, I write 5 times, I need to make sure I add in the multiplication sign, 15. And I'm going to put a note out here to the side so that I don't forget to do that about that multiplication sign. Now I'm ready to multiply. So 5 times 5 I know is 25. Carry the 2. And then I get, that is not a 2. Okay, and then 575 is my total. Now, I wanted to add in a little note here off to the side that says, be sure to put a multiplication sign. I don't want to forget that. If we forget to put that in there, we will not multiply those. And then again, it would look like 515, and that is not what we are multiplying. Okay, the next one. M times N. When M equals 1 and N equals 3. All right, so here I need to write my expression. Times means to multiply, so I'm going to use a dot. M dot N, or in this case I could have written MN. M stuck to N. I could have done it that way. M equals 1. So I'm going to throw a 1 in there. N, I need another color, equals 3. So I'm going to put a 3 in there. And now I'm just going to multiply those. 1 times 3 is 3. Again, I am just using substitution to solve. All right, guess what? It's your turn. So you get to do a try it right now. So try it on your own. I want you to try this for me and tell me first write the expression, and then secondly, I want you to evaluate or solve. Okay, so the product of 6 and P. The product of 6 and P. 6 and P when P equals 3. All right, go ahead and solve that one. Hit pause right now so that you don't hear me solving it for you. And then when you're ready, hit play. All right, so I have a clue word of product of. That tells me to multiply. I am going to be multiplying 6 times P, or 6P. I know that P equals 3. So I'm going to bring down this 6, and I need to make sure I put a multiplication sign in there. P is 3, so I'm going to throw this 3 right here, and 6 times 3 is 18. How did you do on your try it? How did you do? Over here, I want you to answer your essential question. How do you evaluate expressions with multiplication? How do you evaluate expressions with multiplication? Go ahead and fill that out right here. And then rate yourself. 1, I don't know what's going on with multiplication. I have no idea why we're putting letters and numbers together. I don't know what you did. 2, I'm doing pretty good. I feel pretty confident with this, but I still have some questions. I'm going to go back to the Google Meet and I'm going to ask for some help. 3, I feel really great with this. I'm going to keep practicing and I'm going to be sure to ask questions if I ever get stuck. So put your rating in the box, answer your essential question, head on over and do your practice work. As always, make it a great day the Cougar way.